right, good evening, my dear friends, viewers, supporters, fans in Malaysia, in Asia, and around the world. Welcome to our show, Discover and Uncover the Gems in Us. Well, today I've forgotten to bring along my dark glasses, and of course, I also forgot to bring my magnifying glass, so to say. And you will see that tonight we sort of change a bit of the setting of the show for tonight. Yeah. Welcome back. Well, exactly 1 week from now is going to be the Chinese New Year celebration of the year, welcoming the year of the ox. And for tonight, this is a sequel of last Thursday's night show where our speaker, Mr. Ng Ka Hoe, was really fantastically sharing with everyone an interesting topic, and I got so many comments, feedback, and private messages to me and WhatsApp to me, and even from our Facebook channel of communication. A lot of people were so excited and some posted some questions. So Ka Hoe and I decided, hey, tonight let's have another round of a fantastic show so that we end tonight, so to say, a year of the rat in a more dynamic manner, and we welcome the year of the ox with another wow ballistic topic as we continue to share and for everyone to learn, of course, yeah, and for our team, yeah, my technical director David Tan, yeah, my co-partner Geraldine Chin, who is also very busy handling some major important online events, and of course our fellow speakers who have always been supporting us in this show, and of course my dear friend and brother Ng Ka Hoe. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our night speaker Ng Ka Hoe to the show. Ka Hoe.
Hi everyone. 恭喜發財 ，so far so early
咁真係要I think this year for 2021 if we are celebrating, so to say, the Western calendar 我哋真係要谷大家係咪？真係要恭喜大家真係要身體健康，財多，但係冇身子弱財多啲但係冇身子弱，真係 we got to uphold this. Verbalize this greeting of prosperity to everyone and good health. Hey brother, how are you? After 1 week, you have gone through some fitness and health regime. You look great, man, tonight. Fantastic.
Feeling much better. Feeling much better. Feeling much lighter. So let me be the first one to wish you 恭喜發財啦, so that everyone also is as prosperous as you. Yeah. Since you say that we want to be prosperous for the new year, right?
Yes. Dear viewers and our supporters and friends, thank you for participating with us throughout this show that we started since last year. And continue to feel free to ask questions. Put the questions into the direct. Now it's on YouTube, and of course, Transformational Innovative Maverick Facebook, and of course just PM me if you feel that you want to make it more personal. Just directly PM me, and I will on behalf of you and our speakers, we will address those questions and see what best we can help. And I borrow the word from Ka Hoe, to enlighten. We feel lighter after the show, and there will be some take home. So Ka Hoe, I think tonight consider the show before Chinese New Year. You have prepared some freebies, right? Something that I heard from my technical team, some promotion incentive, correct or not? So we keep it a bit secret first, yeah, until towards the end of the show. Then we will sort of open up this present that we would like to give to share with people and our friends and supporters.
Yeah, we like giving, so yeah, there's a lot of promo tonight.
Big promo. Yeah, important. If you remember, we had a conversation on Monday afternoon over the phone this week, Monday. And on the phone, I was talking to you. I say, Ka Hoe, it's a new week of the February, 1st of February. And I mentioned to you, I felt a little bit heavy-hearted. I say, so many things to do, so many consider weariness in heart, because looking at MCO extension now is announced. So would you be able to share with us, give us some tips as matured person? You are a husband, you are also a father, you are also a business owner. What would be some tips that you applied to enlighten yourself so that everyone learns something, so that it sort of uplift and encourage everyone? How did you sort of put aside all this unwanted negativity energy?
Maybe I can share what I went through the 7 days Eat Clean program that I had. Because the first 2 days when I went through it, the whole mind was very, very, very hazy. Just like a lot of people went through the crisis right now, right? So, and the first thing you always want to do is always want to lay blame to other people. I mean, I'm hungry, and then this is actually my wife caused this, and etc. etc. But if there's one thing I learned throughout these 7 days, is really about focus and asking the question why. So why is it that I wanted to do that? Why is it that I wanted to go through the 7 days Eat Clean program? Is because I want to be healthier, man, right? So perhaps everyone also need to. I mean, this is an analogy. Like, if we take this and apply it to our life, why are we in this journey? What is it that we want to achieve? Perhaps if you have the end goal in mind, it will help calm down the mind and also give that focus rather than it being very scattered all over the place. That truly helped me to go through the 7 days. I don't know whether it will help or not, but it's always good to experiment and experience it for yourself.
Indeed. Yeah, I think asking good questions with this why we do certain things, that's important. I saw the banner which our technical director and our team sort of started out also to ask the question, why do we put our investment into undervalued stock? Why? There must be some certainty on our side, right? Why do I want to do that? And then, of course, addressing why on heck do we want to also invest in companies that will profitable, jolly good, it will bring us good return. Well, I know there are some people say, why do I want to invest into companies that is underperformed? So the question we asking why is a powerful coaching question. We are coaches as well. So we may not have all the answers, but by asking why, I think it will trigger a lot of factors that could bring about certain clarity. Ask why, and then as I'm tapping, well, it's a neuroscience of NLP. Am I asking why as we converse? So as we look at it, the certainty of clarity comes to the person and say, well, maybe what you say is quite right. So, man, we pick up from last Thursday. It was a very fantastic show. So many comments came to me on private message on what I say. They love to have now our collaborations. Men who can really add value. So we pick it up from last Thursday. So I remember on the first beginning of the show last Thursday, you have a share screen. You share with what our learned guru Robert Kiyosaki put up a 4-quadrant. Is that right? Yeah. And there was a superb case study of a couple that you have helped them from having a negative area of P&L of their own investment and all their savings, and the dynamic formula of ice jar. Oh, by the way, friends and viewers, feel free to click on. Yeah, afterward we will give you the link if you want the concept of the formula and the workbook of Aisha. Click on it, and our team will send you. So now tonight, Ng Ka Hoe, what would your area want to excitedly share with us, share with our friends? Because the topic itself, I would say, is relatively new to me, relatively new to me. I'm a person that I sort of have not ventured into stocks, and of course into investing into company stocks, be it profitable or underperforming. So hear it from you, Ng Ka Hoe. Come, share with us.
This is just a continuation from our conversation from last week, because from the question that you gathered from your viewers and your listener, a lot of them were asking like, hey, is it possible to profit from crisis? And last week we actually talked about the 3 steps. Basically, you need to sort of understand where you are, right?
Yeah.
Then we went through how to actually conserve some of your resources to be able to survive this crisis. And basically time ran out lah. So I thought it will be very fitting to do today, to continue from it on having different ways of having income, both active and also passive lah. So yeah, I thought that would be quite fitting, or don't you think so?
Fantastic. Yeah, definitely. So I'm as excited to learn what you want to share. So you have prepared some slides to show us also?
Yeah, I did prepare some slides because we want to talk about the active income and also the passive income. Actually, my strength is really about, generally there's 2 types of people, as I shared with you, Dr. Tim, before. There are people who are very good at earning active income. That means they're very good at working, right? Whether is it for their own business, or is it whether they're working for other people. Then there's also another type which is very good at passive income. That means being able to grow their wealth. So I'm actually better at the second one. But since this topic is about income, so let's talk about both, right? So that at least from the viewer's point of view, perhaps some people may not know what they don't know. Then this is a good opener, right?
Indeed. Now, in view of this COVID pandemic, and in Malaysia, everyone is facing this heart-pressing thing about MCO extension. So how realistic it is that we can really protect our income and then move towards the possibility of hoping that this will pass, soon this will pass, and we can have our money being channeled into a proper manner of investment? That would be some of your tips. Because it's like complaining. A lot of people are saying either they tarik handbrake, they do not want to spend unnecessarily, so they cap it at the most minimum because of survival mode, because of sustainability. So, but we know that in the investment principle, if we have what we have now and we don't put it and sow the seeds to invest and to grow it, it's going to remain as it is, what we have. So kind of ironic, isn't it? Kind of ironic. So what should we do?
It's always a chicken and egg, don't you think so? Between investing the money that we have versus sustaining what we need to sustain moving forward. So that's why I wanted to just talk a bit about the active income part first, because no matter how good we are in terms of investing and growing our wealth, right? If we don't have a consistent stream of income coming in the end of the day, whatever that we invested, how good is it? We still have to liquidate to be able to cover for our expenditure. That's why we went through the Aisha the other day, right? So if you're okay, let me just share my slide to elaborate further on that. Then perhaps we can discuss a bit more on that. Is that okay?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So wanted to share this particular slide, which is besi. Have you heard of besi, Dr. Tim?
In Bahasa Malaysia, it means iron besi yang kuat ke?
Yeah, a lot of people think like, besi, what is besi? But actually, after when I show them this diagram, I think everybody knows what it is. This is the famous cash flow quadrant made famous by Robert Kiyosaki. And basically, it's talking about these 4 quadrants: the employee, the self-employed, the business owner, as well as the investor. So actually, many people have heard of this before, but why am I still wanting to bring this up? Very importantly, during this crisis, is because you need to know where you are to really know what type of income that you're earning. Let me elaborate. So generally, those people who still have a job right now during the COVID, right? Basically, they're employee, right? So they are being paid by their company, and it's also a retrospect lah. A lot of people say it's very safe if you're in one of those companies which is very profitable, like the glove companies, the logistic companies, right? A lot of the people who are in the industry which are suffering, like the airline and all the like tourism, a lot of them will say that it's not good being an employee. Hence, that's why they are being forced to transition to being self-employed.
Yeah.
Do you see that, right? A lot of them basically went and convert into big. I saw a pilot basically opening up a burger store. Then a lot of the tourism people went and do Food Panda, Grab as a delivery, anything with logistic lah. Basically they are doing very well because these are the industries that are thriving. Having said that, what I really wanted to emphasize is that even if you're an employee right now, even though you are working very safely in those industry which are thriving, ultimately we are all still self-employed. What do I mean by that is because the mindset talking about the mindset, because what the company is truly paying us for is for the time. Do you agree, Dr. Tim?
Yeah.
So even the PM also mentioned and talking about gig economy. Gig economy is basically talking about those people who, if you can do your 9 to 5 job, and then after that you want to have additional income, you basically be a self-employed, looking at ways of seeing how you can increase your source of income, right? So that's why if you are on the left side, Robert always talk about you are basically selling time, because even as a self-employed, we are always limited by 24 hours a day, right?
Indeed.
Even if you earn a lot, but you can't work more than 24 hours a day. So why am I showing this is because a lot of our friends who are in the business, right, being a business owner. So what is the difference between a business owner and a self-employed? Basically, a business owner is somebody who employs people, have a business. Perhaps he is being on the business, not in the business, where he has processes and employees to work his business to be able to generate profit. So that's why they are not limited by the 24-hour, because as long as let's say if I have a machinery that works, the machinery consists of the processes as well as the employee, and it works. So basically, I will be able to duplicate more of, let's say if it's a shop, then I can duplicate more of the shop. If it's like a glove company manufacturing glove, right, I can duplicate more factories to produce more. So that's what I mean by it's not limited by the 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, last but not least, as an investor, is when you have a business which you have cash generating, like a cash cow. We all know what's cash cow. Basically, I heard of this story before where I met this business owner, right? Not very action, not very lancy, but it is some people have that problem, that too much money problem. He said that I have 50,000 every month coming in, and I don't know how to invest it or spend it, because he's a very frugal person. How he started was very rags to riches,
Right.
So an investor is basically somebody who already has a cash generating asset, which what he only does is he invest fully, or get people to invest for him.
Right.
So why am I saying this is because this is the part which I wanted to share or let our viewers have this thought. Let me just give you an example. Do you know that sometimes if you're in the wrong quadrant, then especially in a crisis and you're not aware of it, you could potentially earn the wrong type of income. Give you an example. I've seen many of the business owner friends, right? Because they are so used to earning the business owner quadrant kind of income, right? But because right now the business doesn't work anymore, so they're helter-skeltering. But instead of trying to pivot the whole business, sometimes we need instant cash flow. We basically need to transition from a business owner down to a self-employed to be able to survive first.
Yes.
Does that make sense or not? Because
yes.
Ultimately, a lot of us, I understand that it's very tough. You have to take care of our rental, our staff, our family. But if they continue to try and chong or push in the business owner area, which they have been doing for so many years, and not realizing there's a shift currently, and if they don't pivot, sometimes you need to pivot downwards first, back to this side, being as a self-employed, finding what works. So if you see that, hey, this is something that works already, then you can always move back to a business owner. It's more like, how people scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to have your proof of concept first.
Yeah. I think this is very relevant. I did a bit of studying in terms of professional work, which falls under the category of self-employed. Even, for example, a doctor who is a specialist working, having his or her own surgery in a top-notch private hospital, they are still considered self-employed under the category of professional service provider. I've got a lot of friends in the industry of training and coaching in Malaysia. So a lot of trainers are also into the quadrant of self-employed. No doubt, yes, on paper, start up registered a company with a name, could be a PLC, could be a Sendirian Berhad, and yes, it's a business owner quadrant. The satisfaction is that, well, I am now a business owner. What do you do? Well, I provide professional training and coaching services. And I've also talked to friends that say, Tim, in view of COVID since last year, actually, I want to be able to survive, sustain. I need cash flow. So whatever me that I can do, I will do. I will think of ways to go and find means of cash. Legitimate ones. I hope in a very ethical manner.
Exactly.
Then I sort of like that idea that you say not only we must always be in that right side quadrant, business owner, investor. But sometimes when we get to walk on fire, when we are being tested, then I believe put all our ego and pride aside, and then we humble ourselves and go back into a quadrant under self-employed, isn't it? I think
agreed.
that is the message.
In fact, this one I just wanted to add from last week when we went through the ice jar. For those of our viewers who actually went through it, right? Basically, you will notice that after finding out that you're in deficit, and the most easiest way is always about increasing income. But a lot of us always feel that increasing income is one of the hardest things to do. And that's because we are still trapped in the employee mindset. When you start to transition, and especially this COVID is really forcing everyone to transition from an employee to a self-employed mindset, right? It's about how do I take care of myself and my family to be able to survive? Because the number one thing that it forces us to do in self-employed, that quadrant, is about learning how to sell, right? Because no way you can increase your income if you do not know how to sell. So even as an employee, when we apply for a job, we're also selling ourselves. But it's just that when you're in the self-employed quadrant, right, you basically do it a lot more times, and also really get out of your comfort zone. Having that ability, sometimes some people are very motivated by fear. When you see your children nothing to eat, like the pilot, really he really don't give a rat's ass about what people think about it, because he's got higher priority, right? Compared to a lot of people who perhaps are still thinking, hey, should I do sales or should I not? Should I go out there and put myself out there? It's maybe because that fear of it haven't really eat into them, or maybe they haven't really being pushed out of their comfort zone to do it.
Indeed. Can I just take advertisement time? I know, ladies, gentlemen, friends, viewers, Ng Ka Hoe is a certified financial planner, CFP, and he is a business owner who runs his own J Advisory, providing professional services. And he's also an investor in properties. So likewise, on behalf of my team, if you could see the logo at the bottom of our sponsors, partners. So I'm part of the Wealth 360 dynamic team. Wealth 360 Sandila Berhad. Our principal is Manulife. So when I take on the role as a recruiting person, actually I always emphasize to people, in view of what we are facing now in COVID and MCO, there is lots of opportunity to come into our industry as such, all right, because the systems and the structures is already blended in. Self-employed, and you can also get toward business owner. You can be a business owner, but yet you're also a service provider. So in the financial planning industry is one industry that caters the timing of such suits. There are lots and lots of opportunities. So I think talk to us, talk to Ka Hoe, talk to myself. Even I know my technical director is also part of my leadership team in doing recruiting. So we want to be able to really not just appreciate this on a very academic knowledge basis, right, Ka Hoe? We want this Bercy to really be so practical that people can actually testify and say, yeah, I have been an employee, but then I walk out of it, I fire my bosses, I become a self-employed person. Doing that for a few years, I sort of learn the skills called business owner, entrepreneur skills. But when we hit certain crisis in life, we humble ourselves, we go back into self-employed. So now I ask you one question, Ka Hoe, ask you one question. You mentioned to me there is a friend that is every month got 50,000 or 100,000 coming in?
Not a friend. He's a business owner I met.
A business that you met lah. But I think layman generally, a lot of people say, how nice, I want to be like this business owner. Chinese say, 有錢唔知點樣使嘛，有錢唔知點樣用嘛。So that's why they come to financial planner or computer calculator, certifier, or they also they open up a insurance policy. So is that category of investors really consider no hassle, no headache? 真係冇嘢有煩 because now 錢唔係問題哦 they have it, but their problem would be I do not know how to invest. A good problem to have, isn't it?
That's a good question. Actually, there are two types of people in our course of our profession that we meet. Generally, we meet type 1, which is the not enough money problem. Generally, we see a lot more of these people. But it doesn't mean that there are not of the type 2, which is the too much money problem. Actually, when you have met this kind of people, the problem that they face is very different one, and you think that it's actually a very good problem. Perhaps you need to be in a situation to or have the chance to talk to them to be able to understand what some of the concerns are. And after I managed to understand deeper, talking to these people, right, it is also not easy because it comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with a lot of, sometimes the stress can be a lot more stress than having no money. It's hard to believe, but you really need to talk to them to be able to understand.
So, like to next topic, so assuming that okay, Timothy Law got a business owner, okay, example, God willing, it comes material, right? So, for example, I have a business owner, okay, every month I have 50,000 coming in. So I come to you, Ng Ka Hoe, what sort of advice can you advise me to put my money to invest in undervalued stocks? I mean, how would you execute your professional advice here? I have the money, I come to you. So can you help me pick the right undervalued stocks? So that my money, my seed, I can see it grow.
If you are at that level, you probably find a professional fund manager to help you to manage your fund. You wouldn't come to me and ask for this part already because what we developed in this COVID, this actually is an investment hack we developed in the COVID. And I've actually had the idea for about 10 years already, but I guess the technology wasn't ready and then the timing wasn't ready. So when the COVID hit the time, this sort of spark, and I thought it's a good idea to share it in this platform because it's very underrated and it's under profile for the past 8 months already. And we've really gotten a lot of results from our students and mentees who went through it. So just wanted to share my screen as well, just to give a teaser. What is it all about?
Yeah, please do.
So this system is actually called Hidden Gem System, and really is about an investment hack to multiply your investment opportunity, mainly for people who either have no stock experience, no stock investing experience, or people who have been throwing darts in the as a way of buying stocks, right? I think you can relate to that, right? So because why we wanted to have this investment hack for these people is because most of the time people who throw darts as buying stocks is they always listen to the naysayers or the uncle and auntie or the market, whatever stocks that they're supposed to buy. So it's more of hearsay rather than based on backing. So we wanted to create an investment hack where people can learn to pick this undervalued stock and profitable company as easy as 1, 2, 3. So
right.
how easy is it? We've basically prepared for them what we call a cheat sheet, right? Where we sort of went through the whole 900 over companies in Busan, Malaysia, filter them with this criteria of having 5 years of consecutive profit. We managed to filter about 300 over company, and we started to put it into this sheet and offer it to our subscribers. And all this data are actually backed by is being downloaded from Equities Tracker. Have you heard of Equities Tracker, Dr. Tim?
Yes, I heard of it. Yeah, Equity Tracker. Yeah, I heard of it.
So this is what I mean by the timing and the technology right now, because Equities Tracker started offering free trial accounts during the MCO, if you remember, during March.
Right.
So I took the opportunity to go in, hoping that they already have all these things filtered and massaged for me already. The good news is they have about 10 years data stored in Equities Tracker for all the listed companies in Malaysia, right? But the bad news is that they don't have what I was looking for. So, so me and my team basically have to download it and massage the data. Massage the data in such a way that any of our subscriber can go in and use this filter based on this book and the formula that I learned from this book, which is by Ho Kok Man. Let me share with you this is the book. Have you seen this book before?
Yes, I've seen this book before.
So I picked up this book in 2010 when I first wanted to learn how to invest in stocks. Because as a financial planner, right, we always, maybe for me, I have this bad habit of wanting to understand what is it that I'm advising my client. So I always do it first, So even just now the BERSI, I also walk through all 4 stages. That's why not many people want to go through that journey that I went through, because it's not easy, right?
Of course.
So when I went through this book, and what I like about this book is that it's very good. It's very practical. It allows me to use whatever formula. My first version, I put it into an Excel file. But the problem was at the point in 2010, when I picked my first stock out of 20 stocks, right? I made about 85%. But the problem is, for one company, I need to spend about 2 to 3 hours keying on the data.
Wow.
So it wasn't.
That's pretty time consuming.
So it was so frustrating at that point of time, because you remember 2010, it was a high, it's a bull market.
Yeah.
So it was very hard to pick the stocks because his criteria is very strict. So after I key in all 20 company already, I have to buy something. And at that point of time, I bought this stock called Dutch Lady at the price of 18 ringgit. And Dutch Lady, after 8 months, it went up to 35 ringgit.
Wow.
So my advisor was asking me, he said, hey, initially when I buy the time, he said, hey, you crazy, this stock no volume. And he said that no volume means that generally people don't trade this stock. When you don't trade this stock, it's harder for the stock to go up in value. So I told him, I said, I want to try it out, test it out for myself. So I bought not much, right? And then after 8 months, he came back and asked me, he said, hey bro, you got insider news. I told him, I said, no, it's not insider news. I'm just testing out this system. But I shelved this whole thing after that, because if you know my story in 2012, I went back into property, which is my real passion.
Yeah.
And because I couldn't spend about 2 to 3 hours per company to key in, because there's so many companies in Bursa, right? So to cut the story short is that in the March, April, when I started to go through Equities Tracker during the trial period, I managed to see that a lot of the data were there, but I needed to massage it. So when I massage it, I got my team to help me to download it. And right now we are actually subscribing Equities Tracker 200 over ringgit a month, just to make it very affordable for our subscribers to subscribe it. And this is how it looks like. We make it affordable. Every month we will download for them. So every month when you go through, then there will be different stocks that come out from the filtering one. So when we started in May, April, May the time, we saw about 5-6 stocks. So it helps us to save time. Instead of going so many, right, we just focus on the 5 or 6 stocks, do a bit of due diligence, make sure that this company can survive the crisis and still thrive. And still have cash holding. And we made some investment at the time. And can I share with you some of the good news?
Please do. Ka Hoe, please do. Fantastic, fantastic. Really, in time of crisis like COVID, if really apply this and see the result, it really is a lot of pain and burden. I believe to a lot of people.
Let me share with you the result first before I share with you some learnings tonight.
Okay.
Right. So basically, this is one of the more phenomenal result. Of course, we have about 7 to 8 subscribers right now. I think most of them, the average return is about 15% over 6 to 7 months, which is actually very good because when you annualize it, it's about 30% per year. Right. So this guy is one of my team members that helped me to do this cheat sheet. I'm very thankful for him. And if you notice, okay, this is not a stock recommendation. I still highly recommend you guys to go through the class and know what you're doing, right? But basically, this is one of the counters that came out in the cheat sheet, and it's called DNX. So DNX, at the point of time, I also was not familiar, but after going through it, it's actually a 70% IT company, 30% a oil and gas company. So you can see when this guy bought it at the time, it was somewhere in April or May. He bought it at 16.5 cents. Can you see? And right now, in recently, it was very active. It went up to the high of 30 cents. So right now, it's about 28 cents. So he made about 69%, which I'm very happy for him. Right? So
69%.
Yeah. So imagine.
Yeah, let's put a quickly. We got to put a disclaimer here. Our viewers, fans, as this is the talk show of our conversation here with Ka Hoe and myself. So you must we encourage if you really want to know more and how to apply, please attend a proper class, a proper session where you were equipped with more knowledge and skills. So I got to put this disclaimer. If not, people say, but let's tomorrow go and call up and then buy. So we professional, professional. So we.
Yeah, I also wanted to put a disclaimer, Dr. Tim. I'm no stock guru I just created an investment hack which helps my students and mentees, and we wanted to share with more people. That's all.
Very good. Out of curiosity, can you go back to the book? The slide we got the book Hidden Gems.
Yeah.
One more. The slide before Hidden Gems, not Gottman's book. Hidden Gems. Yeah. Hey friend, last year when we started the show, tonight show, it's called Discover and Uncover the Gems.
That's why great minds think alike, so that's why you invited me to share this.
So you got hidden gems, come to the show and discover the gem with knowledge and skills. So when you discover that, you better take some action of this gem and let it shine, right? Let it shine because it's a boma. You from hidden, you cherish it, so you better let it shine. Now, some of rhyme so well. Hidden gem system, discover and uncover the gem in the soul. Good tagline, Ka Hoe. Good. I think we can go a long way here. So now, share with our viewers and audience and supporters. So what is your cost of doing that? Your training program that you can help coach people who can really earn passive income through picking up the right sort, the techniques and the know-how. What's your framework here that you're working on? Training
Actually,
program.
this one is the same thing which we shared the last class. We have this 3C system in our profit from crisis class, which we keep promoting, and I think we don't promote enough because it's really proven there's a lot of people having results, but yet a lot of people still don't know about it. That's why I'm very grateful for you to invite me, Dr. Tim. And you basically can come into this class, which is packaged in such a way that it takes you through what we discussed in the first session of how you able to find where you are right now to being able to conserve. And that's why this is the cherry on the sundae lah, which we do not promote enough, the hidden gem system, because truly is a way how you can profit. But if you do not have a good fundamental or foundation, actually it's very hard for you to start, going for investment, right?
Yes.
And of course, also we want to share that for some of the people, because we've gotten feedback from our classes and our students before that some of them are they have very good foundation and they just want to go through this hidden gem system. They ask, is it possible? Of course, we have made it possible in such a way that you can just come in for the hidden gem system class itself only and subscribe the cheat sheet. So yeah, perhaps towards the end there, we can share with everyone in terms of that. And I just want to share one particular learning lah, because there's these 5 steps to profit, the 5 criteria. And is it okay I just share with the viewers just one of the 5 while we still have time? Yeah.
Yes, please do.
So this is what we share in class. There's these 5 steps to profit, which is the 5 key criteria that Ho Kwon Man talks about in his book, right? So over here, let me share with you three of it, right? We talk about profitability because the companies have to be profitable. You heard of, Dr. Tim, you heard of this GameStop, the news?
Vaguely lah, but I don't know much in depth about it. I sort of very surface level, very surface.
So just to relate about why am I talking about profitability is GameStop is a very hot topic in both US and Malaysia and the stock investing community lah. So what happened is that there's this company in US, right, that actually sells a lot of online games, not online games, the normal arcade games, but it's retail one lah, right? So the stock haven't been going up a long time already, and there are a lot of short sellers in the US basically trying to bet against this company that the stock price will go down. And that actually caused a lot of anger in the people who genuinely want to invest in the company for the price to go up, lah. So what happened last week was that this Wall Street bets, right? They basically, this is a community in Reddit, lah. They basically gang up together, right? Push the stock price from I think $18 up to $400 over, which is a few thousand%.
Wow.
And force the people who bet against the stock price from going down to make about 5 billion of losses, Yeah, but this kind of phenomena we only see once in the blue moon, and there's a lot of the value investing community, those people who are looking at the fundamentals, they are asking whether is it sustainable, is the stock price justified or not. And that's why I wanted to talk about this first, this point number 1, which is profitability, because the stock price, if we can go up so high, but at the end of the day, the company is not profitable and is not solid, no matter what, the stock price will eventually come back down, right? And that's why over here, the criteria that Ho Kwon Man said, which I really like, which is a lot, relating to value investing is this key concepts of profitability. You've got low debt, that means low leverage, right? And talking about high management effectiveness. So we cover all this in our classes. We explain in detail, but let's say we talk about profitability, right? It's really talking about whether the companies that we select have an average growth of 15% per year from profitable wise, not revenue. So for a company, for being a business owner myself, right? If you are a sizable company like a listed company, doing 15% per year for blue chip is very hard. For a small cap is talking about those companies which has a market capitalization of less than 2 billion. Then it's easier for them because the company is smaller in size. Imagine like just now I share with you DNex, right? Compare them with public bank. So for public bank to scale is a lot harder, right now. Because they are making so much profit already. For them to grow at 15% profit per year is very, very challenging. But for a company like if they're making a 300 million, for them to grow 15% per year is actually easier. Agree?
Yes, I agree.
So this is an example of one of the criteria that we share in the class, and we are using it as a filter as preached by Hokoman. And in fact, I wanted to reach out to him for interview. Perhaps maybe we can get him here and have a chat,
Yeah, interesting. I would love to get an invitation sent to Hokoman to come on board of our show to do some sharing here. I think that will be a greatest value added of what we can help our viewers and us. Now, Ng Ka Hoe, the point of us when we are hearing, maybe in view of Chinese New Year next year, let's do some encouragement and hope, instill a hope. We must be able to continuously learn. We must be able to also share our knowledge. We've got some good common friends that in the industry like Rachel Lim and Michael Tan and myself. So everyone is into that sharing mode of getting everyone being more prosperous. Right? So collaboration, learning. And I think most importantly is the support, because from these 3 points here, the 3 steps, definitely is not going to smooth sailing, right? It's not bed of roses. It will bound to be incident of a learning lesson, and it will be a painful learning lesson. And when the painful learning lesson needs that cohesiveness of support group to 包容, to protect that scarring of such incidents that is not bed of roses. So I think the community that you're building, I like your tagline is to help 100 families become millionaires, right? Correct?
1,000.
To help 1,000 families achieve to be that millionaires. It is a big goal. It's a big goal. And I think on behalf of the team and my own network of friends and parties and business partners involved, I would love to also be part of your community, and I would love to have your community also be intact, because I think we just need this support. We just need this support. Already the pain, sometimes the ego of business, now I'm suffering, but I don't want to tell it. Just on face it, I'm okay. But actually, there is a lot of vulnerability. I think you mentioned to me when we conversed, in the real reality, they're so vulnerable of people who wants to say things and express it. So, and that takes that trust, that takes that cohesiveness of bonding to really work it out of such a. Okay, now what's your promo tip for tonight before we end the show? What's your tip to everyone?
Thank you so much for allowing me to do some promo. Like I said, we don't shout out enough of our classes because again, we are like Hokoman, a very low profile, you know. But again, if it's something good, we need to share, right, Dr. Tim?
I will gladly help you to promote a friend. I will do that role of promoting.
Yeah, so David, can I have my slides? Thank you.
Okay.
Just one slide, just one slide. Yeah. So what happened is that in case some of you who are wondering, you know, from day one, from our first session until now, for you to come in the whole profit from crisis, which includes all these things, you know, the online class that you can actually learn it at your own pace. We're gonna give it up every week, right? A different topic altogether, so that you don't feel overwhelmed, and to be able to accommodate your timing. Then you can see that there is this hidden gem system as well. We're gonna put it in. We also put in the one month free cheat sheet together in the profit from crisis blueprint. That's why the value is such a value. And I think what we really want to emphasize here is we, like you say, like, you know, Dr. Tim, we want to create this community, because when you go through this class, it's easy, but when you start doing it, it's a different thing, you know. So we wanted to create this environment for people to support each other, right? To be able to tell them that, hey, don't worry, this is normal, how you feel. We've been there, we've done that. That's why we created this 4, 5, and 6, which is the 10K challenge, the lifetime access to our community support, and also the live coaching call every week for 3 weeks, right? So that's why for your community, Dr. Tim, we want to make it very affordable.
Wow.
We're offering it at 247, and we want you guys all to benefit, especially those who are suffering. I think for the people who came through the class, he said that this is a price which should be higher because the value what they get is really a lot. So yeah, we also share with you the promo code, which is a limited time only right?
Okay,
no, limited packs only. Limited packs, up to 50 packs only, right? So this is the promo code. If you guys are keen, please go, by all means, go to our website, which I think David is going to share with you in the comment section. And for those who just want to go through the hidden gem system only, we will share with you another promo code at the bottom in this Facebook Live for you guys. So hope you guys will take the action, right? To really improve and overcome your current circumstances right now.
Yeah. So friends and viewers, do key into the promo code, and capitalize and take the kind of opportunity for only the first 50 packs. The promo code is JTEAM3, JTEAM3, or JATIM3. I like this promo code.
J Advisory and Transformational Maverick.
Good one. So yes, I think that is really of a great value here for 247 ringgit Malaysia. So much value to learn, and the community, I always believe, is the community that is money cannot equals to the kind of community support. It may sometimes cost 200,000, but without the community is another just color papers but the community and the bonding is the one that will help us to sustain and to really bond together through good times and bad times. All right.
Agree.
Very good. Very good. Well, time passes very quickly when we have fun in this show and when we converse. So Ka Hoe, thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming on board of our show. Definitely more that I will. We will
Thank you so
plan
much,
out.
Dr. Tim.
We will plan out a series, and we will look at how we could actually add value and enhance this learning, which I also believe a lot of people, Malaysians, need this sort of education. We need this sort of knowledge and skills in view of the future. We got to be much more equipped and much more prepared. So, friends, viewers, do connect to Ng Ka Hoe, where you can, that is Ka Hoe's email address. Do write to him. In case you really can't get hold of Ka Hoe, come to me direct. Click on to my Transformational Innovative Marriage Facebook. If not, my private message me, and definitely I will be able to link you up with Ka Hoe here. Wonderful brother and subject matter expert in his own field. So, well, next week is Chinese New Year. 恭喜恭喜, I wish Ka Hoe, your good self, family, and children are all in good health and prosperity. And that
Thank
also
you so much,
for
Dr. Tim. Actually, today, very grateful for you to invite me back. Was a very fun conversation today, very relaxing, very chill. Maybe because of the Chinese New Year mood.
I also thank you for our technical director David Tan, for supporting us at the backstage, always coordinating all the necessary. Thank you, David, and also wish David and family Happy New Year. And now we will take a break. We will take next week. There will be our show. Will take a break. And I will start off discuss with our team and our speakers. So most probably we will post it in our Facebook and our channel of promotion to invite everyone come back to the show. Most probably either end of February, if not it's early March. So there will be lots of new interesting topics lined up. Ka Hoe, we will plan out a series, and the topics will be much more exciting. It does not mean to in any way sell a program, but it's really to add value here for certain subject matter knowledge that our experts here or friends who are a little bit more well-learned in this area to really add value and enrich our lives. Good one. Well, thank you. Have a good night. See you, everyone. See you again soon. Take care. Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.